Welcome to Azul Coding. This video will show you how to use the different types of selectors in CSS. The video is split up into 3 levels: beginner, intermediate and advanced, so you can easily learn about the selectors relevant to you. There'll also be a link in the description to a complete reference guide that I put together with all the selectors in this video. Let's start with the basic CSS selectors. The most simple selector is a star or asterisk, and that selects all elements on the web page. To select an individual element, let's say P, that's another simple solution. We can also combine multiple elements into the same selector. If we wanted H1 and P to have the same style, simply separate them with a comma like this. If we leave a space between 2 elements like so, this will select all P elements inside all div elements. Now let's look at IDs. To select an element with a unique ID, we just need to type the ID after a hashtag. Similarly to classes, we can just add a dot and then the class name to select all elements in that class. If we want to select all P elements with a particular class, we can do that like so. We can also deal with multiple classes. This will select all elements that are in both my class and class 2. If we add a space in between these, we can do the same thing as we did for div space P, so this selects all elements in class 2 that are descendants of elements in my class, as you can see on the right. Let's now move on to some intermediate selectors. A greater than symbol between 2 elements means we want to select all P elements that have a div as their parent. With a plus sign, we can select P elements that are placed immediately after section elements. And with this tilde symbol, we're able to do the opposite by selecting all sections that have a H2 element before them, like so. Now let's look at selectors that are preceded by a colon. We can set an element's focus style so that when I click on the text box to type something in, the style is applied. And when I click off it, it returns back to the default style. We can also use hover so that when I hover my mouse over an element, the styling will be applied. You can also use active on links, so that just as you're clicking on the link will turn red in this case. And then with visited, once we've clicked on a link, that link would be coloured red like so. Now let's look at using nth child, which selects an element at a given position. So the third span element in this H2 at the top is coloured red. And we could do the same for odd and even values, like so. We can also use before and after to add in some text or other content next to a given element. As you can see, the text has been added on the end of the link. And here it's been added to the start. Let's finish off with some advanced selectors. We can select attributes by putting the attribute name in square brackets. This here will select all elements with a target attribute. And this will select all elements with a target attribute set to _blank. You can also be specific about the names of attributes you want to select. Using the circumflex symbol, we can select all links with href attributes that start with Azul. As you can see, this link here was turned red because this href attribute starts with Azul. Similarly, to find attribute values that end with Azul, simply replace the circumflex symbol with a $sign like so. If we want to find attribute values that contain Azul, we can use an asterisk. And as you can see on the right, both links are red because the href attributes both contain Azul. If we want to select the first P element of its parent, we can use the first of type selector. As you can see, the first P element in the section on the right has been coloured red. And similarly, P last of type selects the last P element of its parent. And we'll end with a simple one. Colon not A selects all elements that aren't links. There are many other selectors, and if you come across one you're not sure about, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. All of the code in this video is available on my website, and the link will be in the description. Why not check out the other videos on my channel, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and subscribe to keep up to date with the latest from Azul Coding. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.